Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson we are going to complete the loading indicator functionality for our material data table and we are going to demo the functionality. Let's then start by defining the loading observable. We are going to derive this observable from the store. We're going to go ahead and pipe it and we are going to apply here a new selector. This new selector is going to be called select lessons loading. Let's then switch to the selectors file and define this new selector. We're going to define here a constant select lessons loading and we're going to call here create selector as usual. Now we want to select here the complete root state of lessons that contains all the lesson state, the state of the entity and the loading flag as well. So we apply here this feature selector and now we are going to write here the projector function. Let's take here the lesson state that we got here from calling here this selector, and from this state we are going to go ahead and take the loading flag only. So we have it here available via autocomplete. And with this we have completed the implementation of this selector, so now we have here the loading observable defined and we are ready to test this new functionality. Let's try this out by switching to a larger window. Now what we're going to do is we're going to access here the first view course page. We're going to see that now we have here a new loading indicator, and if we click here on next page the loading indicator is present again. But now if we go back here to the previous page and now we click again view course on the same course, we're going to see that the loading indicator is no longer present. This is because this data is already available here inside the store and we can see that the loading flag is set to false. This loading flag is going to be set to true. For example, now when we access here the Angular for Beginners course, take a look here, this is going to be true for a couple of seconds. Let's click on view course, the flag was true and now it's back to false. If we load a new page, we can see that the loading flag is being populated as expected, and when we go back to previous pages, we can see that no loading indicator is shown to the user, so everything is working as expected. There is a problem though. Let's switch here to the network tab. What would happen in this scenario if some of these requests here gave an error? Let's say that we got a 500 internal server error coming from the server. In that case, the loading indicator would get displayed to the user indefinitely, and we would like to avoid that situation. What we need to add here is some error handling to our API call. Let's see how we can do that in the next lesson.